What's going on, guys? What's going on, Big family? Parker here, and we have Bonce's big old 2800 watt RMS monster of a sub. Let's get this thing out and see how it looks. Now, real quick, right here we have this Bonce Apocalypse. This is the 270 series, and if you saw my last video on this, we put this thing through a 5-minute RMS test tone, and it did insane. Made it through the whole thing, but one of the coils did end up getting too hot and blowing, so Bonce sent me a Recone. We're going to be fixing this sub up and giving it away. Stay tuned till the end of the video for more info on that. Y'all, I am so excited to check out this sub. The Apocalypse series of the Bonce subs are really awesome subs, and this is a big old fella. This is up in that $500 range, but you get a ton of punch for that from what I've seen, so excited to see how this thing does. First of all, this box is awesome. It actually has handles here, which is just really great, guys. Definitely what you want with this big old heavy sub. Now, I did get this from downforsound.com. Link in the description should you want to pick up this sub or just get anything from their website. If you do click on that link, it does help support the channel a little bit, so really appreciate you guys. But let's get into this. Let's see what we got. First off, we have a team Down for Sound decal. We have a Bonce and an Apocalypse decal, so that's really cool. We have the warranty card. We have a manual. Let's take a look at this guy. It has all the box recommendations and specs, so that's really neat. I have the 3012 and I have a D1, and it says 1.94 cubic feet. My box is, I think, 2.5 cubic feet, so we'll take up a little bit of space. But of course, the sub also takes up some space as well, so it should be pretty close. It says tuning to 35 hertz. My box is tuned to 32 hertz, so pretty close. Now, this has the specs for just a regular DB-3012. I have the 3012R, so it does not match up to these. I'll have to go look online, and maybe I'll put up a screenshot of the parameters for this specific sub. Now, we also got a red Down for Sound lanyard. We got a sucker, and we got 2 t-shirts. Let's check them out. We got this black one with the black Down for Sound logo and the Down for Sound gorilla on the back there. I think that's really cool. Then we got a red one with the black logo and nothing on the back. Both really cool shirts. Down for Sound, thank you so much. Another really cool thing about the sub, it comes attached to a little wooden plate here just to keep it safe. So that'll help me get this thing out, and then we can just unscrew it and we should be good. We also got a voltmeter that was at the bottom of the box. Guys, check this thing out. I am just blown away. This might be my favorite looking sub I have ever reviewed on the channel for y'all. This thing is, one, it's a beast, but two, it just looks so cool with the ribs they got around here. Big old carbon fiber dust cap. This really beautifully tooled basket. This big old motor. Y'all, let's get a closer look up at this thing. First off, we've got this big high roll surround or mega roll surround, not exactly sure, but regardless, it is a big old boy. We've got this beautiful carbon fiber dust cap that is really awesome. I love the green stitching they have around here. We have this beautifully tooled plate around the top. What are you doing? I'm trying to make a video. Then we have this incredible basket. I love the tooling on this. One thing I love about Bonce, they really put in the extra effort to make this sub truly its own thing. We've got the DB logos. They don't go out and use anything standard. They really make everything custom. Y'all, these push terminals are huge. What do you think, buddy? Oh, I think he likes the sub a lot. Ox over here thinks the sub is awesome, don't you, buddy? Anyway, we've got these huge push terminals. These things are massive. They are bigger than the Sundowns. Another thing real quick, in a video here really soon, we are gonna be comparing this sub to the Sundown XV3, so stay tuned for that. And also, really exciting, here before too long, we're gonna be giving away probably this XV2, maybe the XV3 at some point, but definitely the XV2 here soon. So stay tuned for these videos coming soon. Then in here, we've got just a plain black Spider. It is pretty stiff, not quite as stiff as the Sundown V3 and some other subs, but it still is a very stiff Spider. We've got these two big old round tinsel leads running into the coil down there. For the coil, we've got this really awesome 3-inch coil. I believe that's why they call this the 3.0, because it has a 3-inch coil, and I believe like the 35 series has a 3.5-inch coil. I suppose I could be wrong, but it is really pretty. It's got those big flat wounds like we see on the Sundown over here. Got this big massive double stack motor, big old top plate on the top, and another big old plate on the bottom. And I really love that they have this little DB logo kind of recessed into the bottom plate. Y'all, this sub just at least looks absolutely incredible. Oh, under here, this is really neat. I've never really seen this, but you can see all the glue that has come through here where they have glued this Spider probably to another Spider. I've never ever seen that. That's pretty interesting. We also have a massive triple joint right here. We've got tons of glue there. Looks like plenty of glue on top. And if you do have to recone this has got the easy ones that unscrew. So that is really cool as well. Y'all, I'm absolutely blown away, at least looks wise. Again, probably my favorite sub I have ever reviewed on the channel. I had no idea this thing was gonna be this cool. Cannot wait to get it in the car and start testing it out. Now, I did a little looking on Google. This is of course 2800 watts RMS, 5600 watts max. The FS is like 33.8 hertz. I think SPL was 86.5, and it says it only has 19 millimeters of X-Max in one direction, 38 peak to peak. So I don't know about that. Looks like it could have a good deal more than that, but that's what they say. So we'll do some slow-mo shots of it just so you can really see how far this thing moves. Okay, I've got 25 hertz playing. Let's see how this guy moves. so far doing pretty good with that kind of regular bass music, but let's get into some decaf and see how it does. How are you doing? How are you doing? What do you think of the new sub, bud? What do you think of the new sub? Okay, on those lower notes, it does seem to be very controlled, sounds really good, plays the different frequencies really, really well, in my opinion. Some of the little stuff is a little more kind of windy sounding, like when you get down to like 25 hertz and whatnot, but some of that, of course, is the box and whatnot. But anyway, overall, very good sounding sub over just kind of the whole range, but definitely does well with those lows. All right, y'all, this thing claims it is 2,800 watts RMS, so we're gonna see if we can play a full song kind of around that 2,800, maybe 3,000 wattish range. Let's see how it does. Y'all, that thing didn't even break a sweat. Did you see those numbers? We had it going up to like 3,500 watts, even up into the 4,000 watts, and it was just hanging out, having a good old time. No really smells or anything. Let's see if we can feel any heat on this carbon fiber dust cap. There's definitely some warmth. Now that I'm sitting here with it off, I do smell a little bit, which is not surprising whatsoever, but y'all, this thing's a beast. It took that power. Okay, next up, let's see how loud we can get this thing. Okay, we're gonna try 45 hertz. Just see what that does. 139.2. We tried those with the door open. Let's close it and roll down the window and see what that does. Got a 140.2. We're gonna try 40 hertz, see how that does. Got a 140.8. We'll give it another go. There we go, got a 142. There we go, guys, not bad. Got a 143.3. Well, guys, that one was at 40 hertz. Rolling into it, we were able to get a 143.3, which is not a bad score at all. For anybody new to the channel, you gotta take into account that this cabin is absolutely massive, and this is just one single 12-inch sub. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we are gonna be giving away this Bonce. This is an Apocalypse 270 series. Here's the brand new Recone from Bonce. This thing should go in pretty easy. We've got it almost ready to go. So one of the next videos coming up, I want to have a video comparing the Bonce in this video to the Sundown XV3. And in that video, I will be announcing the giveaway for this. So definitely stay tuned for that. Now, I talked to the guys over at Bonce, and they said they want me to do a free air 5-minute RMS 40 hertz test tone through this thing. Y'all, that is absolutely crazy, but that's what they want me to do, so that's what we are going to do. Okay, we've got this set to real-time power. We're gonna have a clock going down here so y'all can see. Got a bass knob right here so we can start to turn it up. Believe that? Gonna let us in the power, but keep it going just to keep some air moving. That was ridiculous. Turned it down to 30 hertz. Just keeping that power going through it a little bit, just to keep some air flowing and let that coil cool off. You saw it right there, guys. That was incredible. Cannot wait to test out some other brands, see how far they'll make it through that test. I know I've done some in the past and they made it through a minute or a minute and a half or something like that. So guys, that is just really, really incredible. When I do the comparison of this with the Sundown XV3, we'll be doing the 5-minute test to the Sundown XV3 too, so that will be awesome. Well, y'all, just overall opinion, this thing is a absolute beast, as I thought it would be. This thing is incredible. Also, aesthetically looks really, really awesome in my opinion. Bonce goes the extra mile just to make their stuff look different, not look like everybody else, and I absolutely love that. The build quality is, of course, top notch, as you would expect. The sound quality is overall, I would say, decent. You're, of course, this is not a SQ sub whatsoever, but it does sound good for everyday bumping, and it gets nice and low. Well, as far as the test, guys, you saw the results. It did the musical RMS test without breaking a sweat. It did this test tone RMS test for 5 whole minutes, and it definitely got warm, but it did not get crazy hot like the last one I did this test to, and it seems to be doing just fine. And you saw the DB test as well. Not the highest score I've gotten, but definitely a good score. Not a slouch whatsoever. Y'all, my opinion, this is definitely a really, really awesome deal for the price. You know, cheaper than like the Sundown X, but you still get a ton of performance for the price. Really happy I got to test this out. This is probably one of my favorite subs. This thing is just so cool. Cannot wait to check out some other Bonce stuff as well. Now, I do want to mention, y'all, I did pay for this. Bonce did not send me this. Down for Sound did not send me this. Nobody sent me this. I paid for this out of pocket. This thing is absolutely awesome. If you get one, you'll understand why. Y'all, that's going to do it for this video. Check out the link in the description below should you want to pick up this beast. It really helps out the channel, and I appreciate y'all so much. If you want to help support the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, helps me out so much. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Stay tuned for more stuff coming soon. And remember, as always, keep basing on.